Hello, I'm Dr. Phil Slonkoski, and in this video, I'm going to attempt to answer the question, where do we start dosing when talking about CBD products? Now, this is a very confusing question because it's a very confusing market right now. There are a lot of different products and a lot of different products that have different concentrations of CBD. So where do you start? There's two current thoughts on this. One is, dose it like you would any other pharmaceutical. How much do you weigh? And depending on how much you weigh, take this amount of CBD to start with and then adjust as you need be. The other theory says just start with a simple dose, whether it be 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams, and then work your way up or down based on how your body's responding. Now, in my opinion, I think the latter makes the most sense. When you look at the different products that are out there, one thing to keep in mind is that everybody's body is different and everyone's going to have a different response. So it makes most sense to me to say, hey, why don't you just start with 10 milligrams or 15 milligrams, wherever you feel honestly you want to start, and then work your way up or down based on the results you're getting. That way you're tailoring it to what you need and you're not holding to a mathematical metric that says, hey, if I weigh 150 pounds, I need to take X amount of CBD. That's not how our bodies work. Each of our bodies is different, and how you metabolize CBD could be totally different than how I metabolize it, and we could be both the same weight. If I'm aware of my own body's responses and I titrate and adjust my intake based on what my needs are, isn't that going to give me a better result? So in my opinion, I think the titration is the way to go. Now, from the research, there's two other things I want to share with you. One is what they found and what some thought consensus is that between 10 to 20, 25 milligrams is where most people find their sweet spot. The second thing is you would adjust your initial dosing based on the condition that you have. So in other words, not the more sicker you are, but I guess you could say the more inflammation, the more disease state, you're going to initially start with a higher dose. And as you adjust, you may find yourself for a period of time being at a high dose, and then as your body starts to recover and heal, going to a lower dose. Those are things you need to discuss with your doctor and discuss with the healthcare professional who's working with you. But what I hope you take away from this discussion is that the titrating makes the most sense because it's unique to your body. The other thing is that given the variety of products out there, sticking with something that is a broad spectrum or full spectrum, depending on whether or not you want any THC, is going to be the best, because with the broad spectrum and full spectrum products, what you recognize is that it's not just the CBD that's having the effect. It's the phytocannabinoids, the terpenes, it's everything else that's in that oil. Which is why, again, find a product that you know is sourced from a good source, that's organic, that has no contaminants in it, that's backed up by a lab report that tells you, here's what the product is, here's how much CBD approximately you're getting per dose, and start there. If your product meets those criteria, you're going to have a great place to start. It's just a matter of being patient enough to find the dosing for your sweet spot. If this video at all makes sense, great. There's my attempt to answer this question. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. As always, we're looking forward to learning more from the questions you have, and we'll get back to you soon. Thank you for watching.